Our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, our former President, Shri Conrad Sangma, our Chief Minister, Honorable Minister Alphonse, Justice Kurian Joseph, Monsignor Lescovar, of course, our own Bishop Ignatius, and my dear distinguished guests, friends. I make my own the words of our dear Secretary General, Bishop Theodore Mascarenhas, welcoming everybody, but in a very special way, welcoming our President, the chief guest of this evening. There is a perceptible atmosphere of joy and festivity this evening as we meet for this Christmas celebration. And the joy is because you've come. I think the joy is also because Shri Pranab Mukherjee is here, who is really embodies, I think, in a way, the spirit of Christmas, because he's a man of service for others always. Christmas is the season when we think of the birth of Jesus. Jesus was born 2,000 years ago to reconcile man to God and to bring peace to the world. That was the hymn that was heard by the shepherds in that little stable where Jesus was born. Glory to God at the highest, and peace to men of good will. Jesus came to bring peace and reconciliation. And isn't it strange when we reflect that I think never in the history of mankind we've had so many individuals, so many institutions, so many organizations working for peace, formally for peace, and perhaps never in the history of mankind we've also had so much of violence, so much of injustice, so much of exploitation. Look at the scene in Bethlehem, that wintry cold night. Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus, the shepherds adoring him, the king is coming to worship him, the angels above. A scene of perfect peace and perfect reconciliation. Genuine peace, genuine reconciliation. No disharmony between God and man. No disharmony among men and women themselves. No disharmony between man and nature. Can't we say that many of the problems that we are facing in the world and in society, in our own country, are because of this disharmony? We've had very recently, I was speaking to the director of Caritas this afternoon, disasters in our own country, natural disasters. Kerala, the floods, Orissa, the big storm, the cyclone in Tamil Nadu, coming with increasing frequency. Isn't this because there is a disharmony between man and nature, where man has greedily used the resources of nature without thinking of the future, without thinking of the other? Isn't it time that man begins to be responsible and restore this harmony? Isn't there so much of violence, terrorism? Again, disharmony between man and woman, man and man in our human society. And I believe all this is because there is disharmony between man and God, because spiritual principles have not been brought to bear in our lives. And so Christmas, the season of Christmas, it's not just a remembrance of a past event. It's also an assurance that God is with us. I think it's also a challenge to all of us to be agents of peace and reconciliation. to bring peace where there is disharmony, peace where there is hatred, peace where there is misunderstanding and prejudice, by dispelling all this, bringing forgiveness and understanding between people where there is hurt, bringing reconciliation and responsibility for man as he deals with mankind. And that really is a calling to us this Christmas once again, as we welcome Jesus into our lives, that we strive to become what he wants us to become, agents, what each one of us to become, agents of peace and reconciliation. Christmas does not belong to Christians alone. The message of Christmas is to all of us, followers of Jesus, followers of all religions, also followers of no religions. We've got to work for peace and reconciliation. I wish, on behalf of all the bishops of India, the whole Catholic community of India, each one of us, each one of you, peace in your homes, peace in your communities. I pray for peace in our country and peace in the world. I wish for each one of you reconciliation in your homes, reconciliation in the community, reconciliation in our country, and reconciliation in the world. Happy Christmas. God bless you, and thank you for coming. God bless you.